And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now that you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
so
fair.
You're more in the category like Rooster, Arnold, okay?
My man.
Okay.
Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go outplace everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go, we head to Kroger's and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you know you gotta get the smile going on some shoes. But you know,
Wait, hold up.
you got.
I gotta
when it's
try
time,
this with you.
when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try this
you gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Find somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Yes. Good morning, everybody. It's hump day. It's hump day, y'all. You better be, I don't know, getting through the day or humping this morning or something. You better do something good. I mean, please make it consensual, please. If you're going to hump, make it consensual. But at the same time, hopefully you're making it through the day. You know what I'm saying? We are about to get over this hill, and we're about to go into what? The weekend, baby. I can't wait. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but last week is catching up on me now. I don't know, man. David, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, with that feeling of like, you have like you have an intense week before, something like that, and you're like, shoot, I'm good. Like, I'm Gucci. And then suddenly, like, you just get hit with a ton of bricks. Like you just hit a brick wall. You know what I'm saying? The following week. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
All that work is finally catching up to you. Got too much sleep deprivation going on.
Bruh. You know what I'm saying? Bruh. It's kicked me in the ass so hard for the past 48 hours. I don't know why. It's all good, but I think from the stress and the focus on getting that LeVar Ball interview up. By the way, if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. It is very, very good. Ding. Anyway, because I was so focused putting that together, getting that together and putting it together, I didn't sleep. I barely ate. I was just focused. So when I finally, when it was finally over, it seems like it took 3 or 4 days for it to settle into my body, where my body was like, yo, you can finally relax. Like, chill. Tranquilo, por favor. Chill, bruh. So, I feel I'm happy that I'm still, I'm happy that the project is out. It was a very good project. It was a good interview. Got a lot of really great responses to it and all that. So much that I do have something, an announcement to make, but I'm not going to make it right now. I'll make it a little bit later on today on the show. I promise. But it's all because of this LeVar Ball interview. It has opened up some more doors and some more opportunities to talk with some more people. And I got some really amazing news to tell all y'alls. And I cannot wait. But I want to make sure everybody and their mama is gonna. I want to make sure everybody and their mama is on to see this. You know what I'm saying? And real quick before I say hello to, good morning to everyone and good morning to my boy David, and Jack should be hopping on here in a little bit. Here it is. I don't know what's going on with the alerts and everything. So I'll say this. Everyone who is listening or watching right now, is an avid watcher of the show and all that, and you have not recently been getting notifications of me being live, please go back to the notification bell unclick it, click it back on again. Hopefully that'll make things get back up and running again. I don't know why things are going weird like that, y'all. I don't know why YouTube has been very, very funky. I've been dealing with YouTube. Some days we're having like a great show where we get everyone's getting their alerts, everyone's getting notifications, and then there's other days that no one gets notifications at all. So Mr. Super, first of all, good morning to you, my brother. But I would just say if you could go to the notification bell, unclick it, click off of it, turn it off, and turn it back on. Hopefully that'll get things back up and running again. Okay? I really don't know why that's happening. It's really annoying. Man, I'm trying to transcend. You feel me, y'all? I'm trying to get to another level on this platform. And for some weird reason, we always seem to get hit with all this trash, and it's so annoying. So annoying. But anyway, I digress. We got a lot to talk about. There's a few things we got to talk about. And I got a huge announcement, which I will be making that here in a little bit after a few of our stories. We got to tell some stories right now. You know what I'm saying? Isn't it funny? It's not really the news. It's like stories. It's story time. We tune into Channel 5 or whatever for the 5 o'clock news for stories. That's literally what it is. It's not news. It's stories. You know what I mean? It's not soap opera. Actually, it is kind of soap opera-ish. You know what I'm saying? If you really think about it, it's kind of soap opera-ish. But anyway, I digress. That was my stoner moment for the day. Okay, moving on. David, what's a guan, my brother?
Hey, man. Things good here. Didn't do much yesterday, honestly. I was just working on writing all after the show. But got a lot of work done, even though it took me like 8 hours to finish a page.
Hey, but sometimes you got to do that page. Sometimes you got to do that 8-hour page so that you can do 18 pages in 1 hour. You feel me?
It's true.
So I mean, I could see that being annoying as hell, but I could see that being dope as hell too. You know what I mean? Because then you're like, all right, I put a big dent in this thing. Boom. And it might be a tough page, but hopefully that sets off a huge what's the word? Streak, I guess, or you go into the zone and you just clickety clackety clickety clackety clickety. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for you, bro. I think that's a win.
Yeah.
That's dope. How's the weather out there? How's the weather out in Colorado?
It's back in the 70s now. Most of the ice is melted, though. Somehow it's still around, even though the sun's been up and it's 70.
Of course.
Snow lasts here a long time sometimes. It's weird.
That's funny. Of course it's the weather's like that right now. Of course. It just snowed 2 seconds ago, and now it's back to being warm again. It's cold as balls out here. I'm going to keep it straight funky with y'all. It's cold out here. It's gloomy. It's crappy, and I hate it. But it's okay. We still alive. We still above the ground, right, y'all? We are still above the ground. And that's always a blessing. But before we jump into the news and the stories and all that, I wanted to say good morning to all of you. Good morning to everyone. Sorry, I'm trying to get you up here on this freaking screen, bruh. Share the screen with me. There we go. Look at that beautiful putum. Anyway, here it is. Good morning to, let's see, Bonsai? Oh, Bonsai. Good morning to Bonsai. You're new. You're a new name. Please comment down below and let me know where you are commenting from, because we always like to get to know where you guys are at, geographically and all that stuff. So please comment down below, Bonsai. Mr. Super, good morning. Oh, of course, he comes in right when I'm getting into the thing. Mr. Super, good morning. In your chat, good morning. T, good morning. Or T Trisha, good morning. Debbie, good morning, sweetheart. Let's see. Who else? Did I miss anybody? YSN, good morning. And good morning to Jackie Buck. What a guan, bruh. Thank you so much for being so late as hell.
Good morning.
Thank you for being late as hell.
Yeah. Hey, fashionably late is what they say, right?
Fashionably late.
Yeah.
Fashionably late is important when you have fashion.
Oh.
I don't know about what you're wearing right now.
What this
I just don't
one
know.
The one tie coming out of my hoodie's not
Yeah.
fashionable.
This is that's called dad life.
That other one's way tucked up in there. So,
Bro, that's called dad life. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Bonsai said they are watching from Lexington, Kentucky. So thank you so much. Thank you. Because their new name. T. Trisha is watching from Waldorf, Maryland. That's very cool. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Man. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate everybody coming on. Of course. Thank you, Bonsai, for loving the show. We love you back. And welcome to the Pascal Show family. Thank you so much for being a part of the posse, y'all. It really does mean a lot. But we got to jump into some stories, because I got a big announcement. The fellas already know, because I told them about it. But I got a big announcement, which I'm going to tell you guys here in a little bit. But we definitely got to jump into this one of our first stories. Man, I got to pull this up. I just lost it. Damn. Don't you hate when that stuff happens, man? Like you have it and then it's gone. Dead and gone, dead and gone. All right. Nobody knows that song? Nobody? Okay. No?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I don't.
Is that Timberlake?
Yeah. And T.I.
JT.
Yeah. And T.I. Oh. Driving on the road too long. Something like that. My homie's dead.
I don't really listen to Timberlake at all, though.
Oh, my God. It's okay. No, Timberland.
You can admit it. It's
not
okay.
Timberlake. Oh, sorry. Timberlake. Yeah, not Timberland. Why did I have Timberland in my head? Anyway. Okay, so we got to jump into this first story, and this is very, very weird. A police officer in the Philippines was killed by a rooster during a cock raid fight. There it is. I don't mean to laugh. It's just weird to be, death by cock. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's the title to a porno. But anyway, a Philippine police officer was killed during a raid on an illegal cock fight after a rooster's blade sliced his femoral artery. Obviously, cockfighting is a popular blood sport where money is bet on, on the outcome of the fight. And it's been banned along with other sporting and cultural events during the coronavirus pandemic to prevent large crowds from gathering and spreading contagion. Monday's freak accident in the central province of Northern Samar happened when Lieutenant Christian Bollock picked up a fighting cock as he gathered evidence of the unlawful event. So, yes. They raided the cockfight. These roosters were going at it. Apparently, I didn't even know this either. I thought this is all brand new news to me, too. I did not know that they put blades on the beaks of the roosters, and then the roosters go at it with each other, and then whoever survives wins, right? I didn't know that. I thought they just start pecking at each other, and whoever dies, whoever lives wins. But no, apparently they were just kind of like, let's up the ante, y'all. Let's put blades on the beaks, yo. And they did that. So apparently this officer, this police chief, went up, grabbed a cock, and the cockfighter fought back, started pecking him in the face. The cock was a pecker.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. It's still terrible. I'm not trying to laugh at the situation or how a person dies, but that sucks that that would suck. That's one way to die. Death by cock. That's a new one for me. That's a new one. Death by a pecker.
I'm trying to pull up this picture I found of, it's not only, I guess they put them on their beaks, but they also put them on their
feet.
Do they call them talons? What do they call
talons.
it?
They're talons.
Are they?
Yeah, the talons, yeah.
It's called a gaff, apparently. It's small steel razors they attach to chickens. Or roosters, I guess.
Let's see here. I'm trying to get it up behind me, but it's not pulling up, so let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's just like it's something that you would see come out of like Wolverine's hand, a little shorter, and then attached to their feet. And so I guess when they're flapping around and they just are, I guess they defend themselves naturally with their feet. So that's insane. But they said that they recovered $11 or 550 pesos and confiscated 7 fighting cocks.
Wow, they were rolling deep. Apparently, these are big spenders. Hey, big spender! I mean, seriously, just imagine. Said cop, you're the cop running up and picking up a chicken. And the chicken, the last thing you hear is, "Baka!" And you're dead. Imagine that. That's terrible. That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Like Ong Chuan, who is the governor of the area, came out talking about it. He said that there's a possibility the razor was also poisoned. And he went on to say, "We grieve with our provincial police and the loss of such a committed and selfless officer whose enforcement of our community quarantine regulations has cost him his life." And it also says cockfighting is very popular as a sport and gambling in the Philippines. And some of them are actually licensed, but this one was an illegal cockfight. And that's part of why they were raiding it.
What constitutes... Sorry. Continue. I'm sorry. I'll ask the question in a second. I thought you were done. Sorry.
There's just one more point. It's that the reason they're trying to crack down is because they've had 375,000 infections, and they're the second highest place in Asia, Southeast Asia, with 7,114 deaths.
That's crazy. So then what constitutes it being illegal? That's what I'd like to know. When is it legal to have a cockfight, and when is it illegal to have a cockfight?
Ooh, I know most things, the fighting. If the government or somebody in the position of power is making money off of it, it's fine. But if they're not getting their cut, then it's not okay.
You know, and then that's funny. They're like, "Where's my money?" You know, no, okay, it's illegal. Sorry, raid them. You know what I mean?
It was made legal in 1974 with the cockfighting law.
Bruh.
So it's perfectly legal throughout the area as long as you looks like you don't use fireworks or weapons or other things like that. So I guess what made it illegal was they were using razors instead of just letting the cocks kill each other normally.
Hamburger. Okay. See, but that's the thing. The Philippines are a completely different world, right? It's a completely different culture. It's a completely different government. It's weird. But at the same time, it's just interesting that, I don't know. It's just weird. Somebody was saying that it's the first time. Somebody was saying, I guess the chief colonel was like, "This is the first time in 25 years I've ever had a policeman die due to a fighting cock spur." That's just weird. You know what I'm saying? That's just how do you explain?
You don't hear every day.
It's like, how do you explain that to the loved ones? You know what I'm saying? Well, wife of said, or husband of said, or wife, whatever, of said officer that has been slain in the line of duty. He picked up a cock and it pecked him in the neck. It's just, I don't know. It's just so weird. How do you say that?
He died from the razor slashing his femoral artery in his thigh, and he bled out pretty quickly from that, it looks like.
Ooh, man. That's a sad situation. I mean, because you go into work and think that you're going to be doing, protecting the people and your city and stuff, and I don't think you ever go to work and expect that that's how you're going to be taken down.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's terrible. Tragic, terrible. And it's like I said, I can only imagine having to be the cop or the officer to tell the news to the family when you think it's going to be something very, very simple, a simple raid of we're just gathering these animals. Like, all jokes aside, you're just going, hey, we're just gathering these animals. Of course, we'll probably arrest a few guys, but the rest will probably run off. This is an illegal, organized event that shouldn't be happening due to the COVID, due to we don't want to spread, due to contagion and everything. And then all of a sudden you lose an officer in the line of duty because he picked up an animal from the ground. It's just, it's terrible. It's really, really terrible. All jokes aside, we could do all the puns and, all the phallic jokes and double entendres all day long. But at the same time, it still is a really terrible story. It's terrible. Like I said, that's a terrible way to go. Terrible way to go, y'all. So yeah, that's a really unfortunate story for sure. I'm going to throw this story over to David. But there was a BlazeTV reporter that was attacked while filming BLM protesters out in Philadelphia. This is a very interesting one. I'm going to throw this over to David. Speak on it, bruh.
All right, so 1 second, sorry.
You're good, homie.
Actually, can you come back to me in a second? My my browser's freezing.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I got this. Hold up. So it looks like BlazeTV. This is I'm okay. If you guys don't know what BlazeTV is, obviously a lot of you guys might know because if you watch this show, you already know. All right, but BlazeTV is a fairly popular site that is very right-winged, very conservative, and there was some reporters that were out, or there was a reporter named Elijah Schaefer that was out and about, kind of covering the protests that were going on last night in Philadelphia. And of course, these protests were going on because of the following the fatal shooting of Walter Wallace that happened the day before. And Schaefer was covering the looting in progress at the Five Below store when he was attacked by the looters. So Shelby Talcott, who was on the ground reporting, shared video footage of the incident on Twitter, and quoting, "Mass looting across the river, and Elijah Schaefer just got beaten up for filming. This is inside the Five Below store, and police are in the same parking lot near the Walmart, but there seem to be too many looters." So this clip showed her walking inside the store and seeing Schaefer, who had been seen wearing a white patterned bandana on his face covering, or as a face covering, being approached by alleged looters asking him to stop recording. The looters can be seen surrounding Schaefer and punching him repeatedly. Talcott also shared images of Schaefer with a bleeding lip. And so I'm going to show you guys the actual video so we can take a look at this ourselves and see what the hell was really going on here. 1 second.
The Philly police put out a thing saying that a large crowd of approximately 1,000 people is looting businesses in the area of Castor and Armingo. Avoid the area. And they put out a note to requesting all residents in the 12th, 16th, 18th, 19th, 24th, 25th, and 26th districts remain indoors except when necessary. These areas are experiencing widespread demonstrations and have turned violent with looting. And that's where he was.
So he was basically in the ish. Straight up. He was on front lines. He was in front lines of all of this. And obviously this is not a good thing for him. Let me lower this down real quick so I can get this all prepped. Hold on, ladies and germs. Why is this not being my friend? Jeez Louise. Okay, so here is footage from, I'm assuming this is from Shelby Talcott's version or her perspective. This is on her phone, and she is just filming the rioting or the filming the looting that's going on, and of course, we're gonna see Elijah Schaefer in here eventually. So let's take a look.
Don't shut the door. We need this door open, bro. Somebody hold the door open. Somebody keep the door open. We need this door open. Get to the wall. We need this door open. All right, hold up. Hey, yo, bro, stop recording. Stop recording, bro. Stop recording.
There we go. Hold on. I'm going to repeat that. That kind of happened pretty quick. Hold up. Okay, and so I guess that's all she wrote. You know, let me. I'm gonna roll that one more time. This just seemed weird. Hella fast. Okay. She got out of there quick. She got out there with the quickness. Bruh, she got out of there with the quickness, son. She was just like, yo, they're attacking him. I'm out. Bye. Deuces. She chucked up the deuces and left. Deuces. I mean, let me just say this. I don't blame her for doing that. If I saw that same thing going down, I would have walked out too. But you know, he was obviously just like, he was doing his job, which is recording what's going on. Not sitting here saying that, you know, but you also know, you already know that you're putting yourself in harm's way. You clearly already know, oh, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to film looters and all that. There's a possibility I might get assaulted. There's a possibility I might catch a knuckle sandwich. It's not a big surprise to me that happened at all. What were you going to say, guys?
You know what I find interesting is, why is he in the store? Because all the other ones that we've seen before, where someone's like an actual reporter, they're always standing outside the stores, because guess what? When he goes back inside the store, now he's trespassing too.
Yeah.
And he's considered a looter as well, right? I mean, just because he's carrying a camera doesn't stop that. Oh, yeah, I'm just here filming. Don't mind me with this big screen TV.
Yeah.
Like, being inside the store is his first big issue, right? Because now you're following in people, and of course those people are going to be on edge and not want you to film them. Like, that was just stupid of him to do.
No. It's absolutely stupid for sure. I mean, this is something that he didn't need to do. And I'm going to say this too. Thank God he only got a busted lip. It could have been worse. Mm-hmm. It could have been much worse. But given the fact that those guys were too busy trying to loot and run, like grab and dash, they punched him a couple times, and then everybody started running out the door. Now, here's the other question, though. Can I ask something? Let me just ask something. Why are Five Below, of all things that you could loot, why are Five Below, y'all? Why? I'm just saying that. I mean, what? You need some more iPhone chargers? You need some extra iPhone chargers? You need some iPhone cases? Like, why a Five Below of all things, y'all? Like, that's ridiculous. A Five Below. Now, you know, in Chicago, they were raiding like Gucci stores and all that stuff. Okay, I get that. I see it. Still trash to go and loot stores in general, but a Five Below, that's weird. That is weird. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe no one's out there guarding it because they think that no one's going to go there.
Maybe.
I do have some comments from Schaefer on that.
Shoot.
He said, I just went into the Five Below to see what was going on with some of the looting, and I was jumped by Black Lives Matter protesters who immediately started punching and kicking me. One of them punched me right in the mouth. And then he goes on to say, I'm going to the hospital. I think I need to get stitches in the lip because it's painful, but this is what's happening in the current state over the killing of Walter Wallace Jr. the other night. And
so,
later
how does
on,
he know they are Black Lives Matter protesters?
I was just about to say that. I was just waiting for him to finish saying what he needed to say. Hard facts, Jack. How do they know? Those are just people going and looting. You know what I'm saying? They're just going and looting. It's very frustrating to me that they automatically, that's why in the title, I just said protesters. I didn't say BLM. I didn't say Antifa. It could be anybody. It's Wild Wild West out there. It could be anybody. And that's what's so frustrating. That's why, like, BlazeTV, I don't really rock with BlazeTV. I don't. But, they have their own specific narrative that they're trying to put out as well. So, of course, they're going to sit there and be real quick to put out, oh, BLM protesters did this to me. Well, how were they BLM protesters? How do you know? Just because they're black? That could be anybody.
He went on to say other journalists were filming, but I was the only white person in the store. I do believe I was targeted for being white as they accused me of being a white supremacist and did not attack people of color.
That's
his
interesting.
words.
See, BlazeTV, narrative. That's just the bull-ish that I'm used to hearing from BlazeTV. You see what I'm saying? Or people that work for BlazeTV. They all sound the same. You see what I'm saying? So to me, I'm like, get out of here. You weren't the only white person in the room. Homegirl that was shooting you, Talcott, was in the room with you. So you weren't the only white person in the room. Then the other problem is you're the only white person in the room going in their face with a camera or a phone, recording any looter. That is stupid. Sorry. You put yourself in that position. If you immediately say, oh, yeah, I already know. I'm going to go infiltrate. I'm going to go in the trenches. I'm going to go out there and see this stuff for myself. Okay, great. Cool, man. Do you. But don't be surprised if you get punched in the face. Why you got your phone in somebody's face that doesn't want to get recorded? Period. You put yourself in harm's way. They didn't come to you. You went to them. That's on you, bro. That is on you. For sure.
Definitely way too reckless. He should have been a lot more careful, and he probably would never have gotten jumped in the first place.
Facts.
I mean, it's his right to go report anywhere he wants. That's public, but you got to realize that people are going to not be okay with that, especially as people are concerned about being sold out to the police via video posted online and things like that.
Yep. Just, blah. Anyway, like I said, people who are out there looting it could be anyone. It could be anyone. It could just be regular Joe Schmo just saying, hey, it's an opportunity to smash and grab. And then, then maybe there are some BLM protesters out there. But how do you know that those are the ones that are connecting their fist into your jaw? You know what I'm saying? Just because they're black, you automatically say that? I don't know. It's just, I've had enough. I've had enough of it. What were you going to say, David?
I've only seen a few like shows that are on Blaze on YouTube, and they do generally seem to follow the same narrative that he's talking about. So does seem to be, I guess, the way they want to talk about the riots and race. It seems consistent through all the Blaze related videos.
Hell yeah. I mean, you look at somebody like Steven Crowder, you look at somebody like Ben Shapiro, because he's got the Daily Wire, and the Daily Wire, if I'm correct, is on the Blaze channel. You got Candace Owens. You got all these people that are on these channels. And when you go and sift through them, they basically have the same type of rhetoric. It's the same narrative. They're pushing the same stuff. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to throw only BlazeTV under the bus. This is mainstream media too. Mainstream media has the same type of rhetoric as well. It's just worded differently. It's just worded differently. You know what I'm saying? But it is very frustrating when they automatically say, oh, because they're black, that's Black Lives Matter. That's BLM. How do you know? You don't know. You don't know. That could be somebody who just lost their job, frustrated and angry, going and looting. I'm not condoning the looting at all. I'm not. But you can't sit there and automatically just clump them all under one category. I think that isn't right. That's generalizing, and that's wrong.
The city did earlier pretty much say that the looters are distinct from the protesting groups, that there's a pretty clear divide in this case where the looters aren't even coming from the protesters. They're just coming out at the same time and going to different places, at least as of yesterday. I don't know if it's changed today.
Yeah, I just, oh boy. As things continue, because obviously Philadelphia is not going to calm down anytime soon. There's still a lot of unrest. There's still a lot of anger going on out there. I won't be surprised if we hear more stories like this, quite possibly. But I got to say this to anybody who's trying to go out there in the trenches and film people with their cameras. Get ready, because there's going to be people out there not cool with you filming them, period. Some people aren't going to give a damn. They're going to try to grab what they can get and get the hell out of that place. But there's going to be people like what just happened that we saw with Elijah Schaefer. There's going to be people out there that are going to sit there and be not cool with you putting your phone or your camera in their face, and they will retaliate. They will respond with violence. So if you put yourself in that situation, just know that you're putting yourself in that situation, and you should be prepared for said thing, period. And also, this is something, Bonsai said something that I do agree. If you are going to go out there into the trenches and do your thing, don't go alone. Bring a friend that might be crazy enough to go with you, or might be brave enough to go with you. But be prepared for those kind of things to happen. Put on your best running shoes and run the other direction. Do not see. This is the other thing I get scared of, because people see something like this, reporters and stuff see something like this, and they think, "Oh, I need to get protection." And instead of just walking away or running away, it turns into something deadly. The response is deadly. And I hope that doesn't happen. But just know, if you're walking into a building or a store that's being looted at the time, and you have a phone or camera in somebody's face, be ready for them to respond in a negative fashion. That's all I got to say about that. For sure. Anyway, we got to jump into this other story. We got to jump into this other one. I'm going to throw this one to David, because David's got this one. This one has to do with a realtor out in Scottsdale, Arizona. I was going to talk about this a couple days ago. I'm going to be real. I was going to talk about this a couple days ago, y'all. And then we got busy. We got too busy. We had all this other stuff going on. So I was like, you know what? We can't cover this story. But then now it's starting to make national news. Now it's becoming a national story. So we most definitely have got to shed some light on it and talk about this story. Well, racism is large and in effect everywhere in this country, including Scottsdale, Arizona. So this guy, he's a realtor out in Scottsdale, Arizona, said some stupid ish. I'm going to throw it to David. Speak on it, bruh.
All right, so two black men were recording in an area. One of them was a YouTuber, and he was doing it for his channel. When a hateful Arizona real estate agent came up to them on Friday, his name is Paul NG, but he was asking the men, including the YouTuber Dre Adam, why they were taking pictures outside of the building, and they said, "Why is it your business?" And then he said that Mr. N said that there's been problems in the neighborhood, and he goes on to say, I'm a racist, so what's the issue? And Abrams asked him, well, that's fine. What's your point? Why are you here?
Right.
And responds, because this is a no N-word zone.
Exactly. You know what? I'm going to pull up the video because we have got to see this video. It is priceless. It is priceless. Is there any more to that story real quick while I pull this up?
Yeah, he upon learning of the video, his license for real estate was immediately severed, and the luxury real estate firm also notified the Arizona Department of Real Estate and recommended his license be completely revoked. And they went on to say that even though he hasn't sold a house recently, they plan to go back to his previous commissions and contribute that to minority communities, black communities, actually.
That's what's up. That is what's up. Okay, so there is a good... Well, I got to turn you down real quick. Sorry, guys, real quick, just to make sure this isn't blasting. There is a quick... Well, not a quick. There's a good 2.5 minute long video, but I want you guys to see at least a good chunk of it. I'm not going to show the whole thing because that's just unnecessary. But I want you guys to see I want you guys to see this. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Because this is, man, America, baby. America.
Why are you coming over here?
I just want to see what you guys are taking pictures of.
Why is it your business?
Well, you know what? This is my home.
Okay, mine too. Why are you taking pictures
Where
of
you
me?
live?
I live in Scottsdale. Why are you taking pictures of me?
Michigan plates?
Yeah. Why are you taking pictures of me?
Well, you know what?
Michigan
We've had
plates.
problems here.
I don't care. You don't know me. Why are you taking pictures of me? And I don't know you. Do you know a lot of white men are doing racist things in this world, sir?
No.
You don't know that? You're not aware
I'm
of
a
that?
racist.
You are a racist.
So here it is. Okay, number one moment that this is where it goes like south. Immediately he says, I'm a racist. He immediately says, I'm a racist. I just want to point that out real quick. He immediately says that, knowing that the camera is on, knowing that this dude is taping him. He straight up says, I'm a racist, right off the bat. Just want you guys to hear that. Playing it on, moving on.
I'm a racist.
Okay,
he
that's
has
fine.
to say it again.
Okay. So
what's
the
your
issue?
point? Why are you here?
Because this is a no zone.
Do you see what I'm saying? I don't even need to finish the rest of the video, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Court, man, shoot. I rest my case. You know what I'm saying? That is enough right there. He just said, I'm going to play it one more time. I thank God that they bleeped it out on this video. I appreciate that. They said,
Because this is a no zone.
Not really.
Oh, is it?
Not really, sir.
Tell me.
There's not a not. So I'm here. And what I'm about to do, I do. I stay here.
What was that laugh all about? Like, so he goes out of his way. By the way, he's Asian too, by the way. You know, that's the other thing. I hate to say that like that, but I'm going to be real. He doesn't get racism every single day as well. He doesn't get backlash for being non-white. So suddenly he goes out of his way to tell this dude that this is a no N-word zone. Real talk. No N-word zone. I'm just gonna hey, I just want you to know I'm just coming up because you have Michigan plates and this is a commercial this is a commercial place. You know, this is a place of a business. You know, like it's a business area. It's a public place. You're suspicious because you're black and you have Michigan plates and you're not from here. From these Michigan plates on your car. I'm just gonna let you know it's a no N-word zone. You know what? And for what it's worth, we're gonna go through it. We're gonna finish this video. Why the hell not? Let's do this.
About to do?
Yeah.
Me and my friend, we about to record our videos.
Okay.
And you not gonna do a thing about it. Y'all hear me?
That's
facts.
Let me,
You not
I'll tell
gonna
you
do
what do you
a
want to hear?
thing. I don't want to hear you say nothing.
Oh, I'll tell you what, though.
You just not gonna do another thing. So,
Why?
as y'all see,
You're
can't
filming
keep the
me
camera.
doesn't stop
Yeah.
me from doing things.
It doesn't mean I'm about to record my video,
Okay.
and this not gonna do anything,
Okay.
and let you try to touch me. Let you try to touch him.
Well, I wouldn't touch
Let you already disrespecting me. Can you step back a little bit? I feel like you harming.
We are 6 feet.
Yeah, no. I need you to step back. So, don't listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay your down. It's okay.
At least he's
I'ma
keeping
lay
it
you
real.
down.
Hey,
I'ma
he's
lay you
speaking
down.
truth.
You are?
Yeah. So,
You ain't,
just stay where you at.
you ain't
And
man
then-
enough.
It's okay. You don't gotta think I'm man enough, my baby.
Right.
Yeah, just keep
Says
it
that as he
walking.
walks away.
Right.
And it's gonna be like that today, y'all. I hope y'all seen all of that. I am a famous YouTuber. This is actually his establishment. So anybody, y'all all know I just moved to Arizona, and this is his friend as well. So anybody that come to this establishment, y'all know what it is. Y'all know exactly what his establishment is, and y'all know where he works. And it's okay. Hey, we got money and we doing well. He mad. So we're gonna handle it like that. You saw he walked away. Cause I got something for him and this man. But Kane, pick up your camera. We about to get this in.
You know, it's something else when you have somebody who is going out of their way to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is going out of his way to stop everything that he's doing, like blowing leaves off of his front area of his workplace. He drops what he's doing to walk over to this guy who's actually just shooting. I don't know. I'm assuming he was like shooting a music video or a video for his YouTube channel, and he stops everything so he can stop the production of whatever this young man is doing, to let him know that he's not welcome there, that this is a no N-word zone. This is what's so frustrating about what's going on around town. There are more and more people out here that are feeling emboldened, feeling like they can go up to somebody and say something like that, and feel like there's not going to be any repercussions for saying those kind of things. Especially when you don't give a damn. Like, you know that you have a business that you run. I'm assuming if you are part of the social media world, or if you even watch mainstream media, you hear stories about fellas losing their jobs because of saying stuff like this, because they get caught on tape saying stupid stuff. Why would this guy, Paul, I can't pronounce his last name, but Paul, why would Paul automatically think that it's okay for him to walk up to a young man like that, say those things, and also know that this guy's videotaping him, and still continue to say the stupid stuff that's coming out of his mouth? This guy is a dumbass, clearly. Because if he had known that, hey, there's been plenty of people that have lost their jobs, or their lives have turned into a miserable existence because of videos that went viral on social media like these, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you automatically just suddenly just shut your mouth? and just walk away and keep your opinions to yourself? If you know that that guy isn't doing anything that bad, he's just there shooting a video. He ain't breaking no laws. He ain't bothering nobody. And yet you feel emboldened enough to go over and say stupid stuff like that. This ignorance is the virus, it seems like. It ain't COVID, it's ignorance. It has become a virus. Everywhere you turn, I'm serious. It seems like at least once or twice a week, there is a video of somebody feeling emboldened, some dumbass, some ignoramus feels emboldened to get on their soapbox and say stupid stuff. I almost said something else. Knowing that there's a camera in their face. And they don't give two damns. Now, homeboy don't even have a job no more. All because of this. And do you think he's going to be able to get a job after this? When everybody else and their mama sees this kind of video? It's gone viral. He will now forever be known as this guy. It's stupid. Fellas, what do you think?
Oh, I'm just waiting for his disingenuous, apology video.
No, I don't think it's ever going to happen.
From my mistakes, and
I don't think
to.
I don't think it's ever going to happen, though.
Be better.
Just to be honest, I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think he's going to go and say, "Hey, I'm so sorry for the things that I did." Blah blah blah. Nah. He ain't going to do nothing. He ain't going to do nothing. I don't think. What are you going to say, Jack?
I just don't. David, do you have any thoughts on it further? It blows my mind that people are that blatant and like disrespectful and just they don't like just the fact that the camera was on them like there's no thought process to someone that has that thought process. It's like.
Yeah.
I mean, he pretty much ended his own prospects for a career or business. He knew he was on video. He knew what he was saying. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends. I don't know if he owns that store there, but I could see it ending up in a local boycott over it. He's already lost his real estate job, so that's one avenue where he's being isolated. I just don't get it. He had to know what saying that on video was going to do. I mean,
he didn't care.
Even if no.
He didn't care. Like I just said, he said, I'm a racist. Lie, like on camera. Who does that? Who does that when all we have is our rep? You know what I'm saying? All we have is our reputation. We live by our reputations. And he just tarnished his whole reputation in the matter of 30 seconds. Like that was 30 seconds into the video almost. Just around that. He blew up his entire life in less than a minute, y'all. Because he felt emboldened to come up to people, to a black guy, because he's shooting some video outside of his business. And now he's just completely tarnished and destroyed his world. He destroyed his life. It's sad, man. But that's real. That's some real ish, y'all. That is some real ass ish. Woo! All I gotta say is this is it. You gotta be a real dumbass to knowingly be taped and say crazy stuff. Whatever you get, if you get backlash, you get fired and all that stuff, you were asking for it. And you got exactly what you deserved. Anyway, we got to go into a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. We got to talk about this Joe Rogan under fire for putting Alex Jones back on his show again. This is very interesting. So we got to jump into this. We'll be right back. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, Me and this man here is gonna leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Imagination, Image a World. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range too. So if you get hungry, come on by.
You're watching Pascal in the Morning. Welcome back.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood. We inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.
All right, welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being a part of the show. If this is your first time checking out this show, please go hit that subscribe button. We are marching our way towards 10,000 subscribers. It is very exciting. It is very, very dope. I can't even explain how fun it is right now that we are almost at our goal number. I'm super hype. I am super hype. And also, of course, if this is your first time checking out the show, or if you're enjoying the conversation, enjoying the show and whatnot, please go crush that like button down below. That would really mean a lot. Okay, so before we jump into this next piece, because it's kind of like our last story of the day, or of the show, I do have a special announcement to make. And I do want to say this now, since we got some people on and all that. And it's a really amazing announcement. All right. So as you guys already know, I've been doing a lot on this channel. I've been working really hard to make things happen on this channel. You know, I'm trying to shape it as much as I can, make this channel the best it could ever be. And I'm trying to, of course, transcend the channel too, make it progress, make it more than just me in this room with orange or purple lights behind me. So with that being said, as you guys already knew, I have done that interview with LeVar Ball. And if you don't know who LeVar Ball is, go check out the interview. It's really good, okay? I put in a lot of time and a lot of effort to make that thing happen. But because of this hard work and because of all this effort, I got some really cool information to give you guys. This is very exciting. I am going to be sitting down. I'm going to be sitting down with Mr. Roy Jones Jr. at the top of this coming month. I get to train with him. I get to train with him. I get to chop it up with him. And watch him as he gets ready for the big bout that he has against Mike Tyson. Both fighters are coming out of retirement to fight again for the first time in many, many years. And I get to sit down and chop it up with Roy Jones Jr., the champ, the GOAT, all that. So I wanted to let you guys know about that so that you could see that that's something that's coming down the pipeline here very, very soon. And I'm very hype about it. There's some other people that I'm in the works to sit down and talk to as well, but I'm not going to say any of those people's names yet because those aren't confirmed. This one is confirmed. I go back out to LA in a couple weeks. I get to sit down, chop it up with him. I get to train with him too. So I'm going to, get some, striking advice from him. And he's probably going to put me through a workout that I'll probably die within the first minute, but it's going to be everything. And then I'll get to sit down and chop it up with him. So the same type of format that I had with LeVar Ball is basically the same thing with Roy Jones Jr. So he just was on Joe Rogan's podcast, which was a really great interview. And now he will be sitting down with me in about 2 weeks. So I wanted to let the family know because it's a very big deal. And I've been putting a lot of work into what I do. I love what I do. And I want to give you guys the best content ever. Not only just this live show, but these specials that I'm putting up with these celebrities and everything. I want you guys to get the best I can give you guys. And so that's it. I just wanted to let you guys know I appreciate all y'all's support. And it's all happening, man. It's just happening. That's all I got to say. So be on the look out for that because it will be out well before the fight. Because obviously this is a hot story. And this is a hot interview. So this interview will be popping out very, 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 very quickly. As soon as I sit down and chop it up with him and get to hang out with him for that day, we'll be already cutting it up and getting it out as quickly as possible. So Roy Jones Jr. is going to be on the Pascal show in the next couple weeks. Just be on the lookout for it. And I can't be more excited about it. So there you go. There you have it, guys. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited. But But before we, of course, I appreciate everybody giving me the thumbs up and saying, yeah, what's up, dude? That's great, bruh. That's amazing. Blah blah blah. I really appreciate it. And of course, I wouldn't be doing any of this stuff if I didn't have you guys behind me, pushing me, encouraging me, and all that. The response on the LeVar Ball interview made me realize that this is an avenue I really want to start going down more. I'm trying to get my Oprah on. You feel me? This is the avenue I'm trying to go down. This is the avenue I am going down, and I'm going to continue going down. And hopefully, it turns into something and grows into something bigger and better here very, very soon. There's a lot of other things on the pipe down the pipeline that I'm in the works on. So there's going to be some more updates and more news popping up here in over the next couple weeks and everything. So just be on the lookout for that as well. All right. So yeah, I'm really I'm excited. But anyway, we got to get into this next story. All right. This is interesting because I just talked about Joe Rogan. There's a reason why I said talked about this before this subject. But Joe Rogan is under fire right now for a very interesting reason. And I'm going to throw it over to Jack. Jack's got the story. What's a guan, bruh?
So, Spotify has been criticized because Joe Rogan has interviewed Alex Jones. Alex Jones was banned from Spotify, as well as Facebook, Apple, and YouTube in 2018. So a lot of people are wondering why he was allowed to come on to one of the largest Spotify podcasts. They said that his controversial Infowars and conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, he came on for the second time in just a few months. In the 3-hour episode, they touched on topics including vaccine conspiracies and Hunter Biden's laptop. They had comedian Tim Dillon was on this as a second guest. All three of them appeared in a photo afterwards. Failing to practice social distancing is also noted. But they have been trending on Twitter because he's supposed to be banned from the platform. So you have attorney, author, and activist Christine Pelosi, daughter of Nancy Pelosi, tweeted, Alex Jones posted death threats against me. He called Sandy Hook a hoax and harassed mourning families. Now he's lying about COVID vaccines. His hate speech is not just vile, it's dangerous. What the hell, Spotify? And then you have activist Nathan Bernard tweeted, Joe Rogan hosted far-right conspiracy theorist Alex Jones on his podcast today. They pushed anti-vax conspiracies and broadcasted banned Infowars videos. Rogan continuing to platform these far-right sickos, incredibly gross and dangerous. I saw one of these notes. Mm-hmm. Hold on one second.
You good, bro?
What did they say here? Joe Rogan platforming Alex Jones to millions of people a week before this election and letting Jones propagate Joe Biden smears and pro-Trump propaganda has got to be one of the worst things he has ever done. I defended Rogan for a while, but this is unforgivable. And Max Tanney, a reporter for the Daily Beast, tweeted that Spotify had not responded to his question about why Jones was allowed to appear in a 3-hour episode on someone else's show. So I guess there's going to be some more developments along this stuff. But as we know, the Joe Rogan Experience was removed from all their platforms, and in May he brokered a deal worth $100 million.
Yeah.
So he's kind of got that FU money.
He got more than the FU money. He got fun coupons and FU money at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? Okay. David, what are your thoughts on this, real quick?
I've never really watched Alex Jones. He does seem pretty crazy, but I like the fact that Joe Rogan pretty much interviews anyone. I mean, this week alone, not this week, but in the past few weeks, he's talked to Kanye. He talked to a virologist. Yeah, he's talked to a wide range of people that a lot of others will obviously disagree with, and this is, to me, no different than that. You can definitely say that, well, you could probably argue that Alex Jones is far less dependable than some of his previous interviewees, but he does always drill whoever he's talking to. And I have watched his videos with other conspiracy theorists that he will shoot down if they get too ridiculous, and I don't think Alex Jones would be any different in that way.
Mm.
Here are my thoughts on this. here are my thoughts on this. Well, isn't this what you signed up for, Spotify? Isn't this what you signed up for, world? You already knew that Joe Rogan has brought on Alex Jones multiple times. He's been on multiple times. This isn't like his first rodeo. This isn't his first appearance on the Joe Rogan show. He's been on the show multiple might I add, his episodes are huge. His episodes get huge views. So of course, Joe Rogan is going to keep him in his back pocket and keep having him come back on the show. So to me, this is not a huge surprise to me, having him come on to the show. Now, the other thing is too, and I agree with what David said, he's going to have everybody from controversial to not controversial people on his show. And that's what he has. He has everybody from like Whitney Cummings to like Miley Cyrus. Those are just like softballs, man. They're like just little ground balls. And then you have like, hard hitting interviews with, like, as David said, like a virologist or Kanye West or Alex Jones. I mean, it's just his show. This is exactly what they signed up for. Now, what's weird to me is that he is constantly getting in trouble, y'all. He is constantly getting in trouble for some type of ish. And it's like, bruh, just chill. Chill, get off his balls, man. Just let him do his job. Let him do what he does. It's his podcast. Let him do his podcast. That's why he's making $100 million. And also, on top of that, let me say this too. You're getting your $100 million worth right there because he's in the news. He's trending, he's trending on Twitter. He's trending on the Googles and all that. He's trending on Googles. All because he had Alex Jones, who talks about eating with, I'll eat him. I'll eat him. If I have to eat somebody, I'll eat him. Like, you got Alex Jones on the show because, of course, people are going to watch his stuff. Of course, people are going to watch it. Yes, it's controversial, but it puts eyeballs on his stuff. So in a way, you're getting exactly what you signed up for. But should he be canceled or should he be thrown on the bus for bringing Alex Jones on when he's had him on millions of times before? No. Should he be in trouble for that? Hail to the no. Do you know how many anti-vaxxers go on other talk shows or other shows? Millions, hundreds of times. So what's the big deal if Alex Jones goes on? We already know who Alex Jones is. We already know what to expect with this crazy dude.
It's a big deal because he's banned. That's why that's a deal, is because he's banned from being on Spotify.
He's okay. So, go ahead, David. Go ahead.
Joe Rogan does have his own unique contract with Spotify.
Exactly.
Where he still owns most of the show is still basically his in terms of owning. And I don't know who from Spotify really was bringing up the problem with Alex Jones, because we know before several workers there that weren't in charge were offended by or wanted him to remove things for talking about Antifa and the like. And those were mostly just lower and mid-level workers at Spotify, whereas the higher ups seem to support him in that case. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do in this case, because I think the difference is, I don't know this for sure, but I would think they banned Alex Jones' show, but this is Joe Rogan's show talking to Alex Jones. So I don't know if that makes a difference, but I think it would.
I think it does make a difference because he has control over the conversation. He has control over what he can put out there and what he doesn't want to put out there. He is in control of the questions and the topics that he wants to focus on. He's not sitting there going, here you go, buddy. Do your thing. The mic is all yours. Go ahead. Enjoy. I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to let you have this platform so you can talk about all your crazy stuff. No. He's like, all right, here, I want to ask you about this. I want to ask you about this. He's in control over it. So if they're going to sit there and try to, if they're going to sit there and try to censor or try to stop him from being exactly what his show is, then he made a very bad decision regarding his contract. He made a very bad move then. He should have just stayed on YouTube, or continued to stay on YouTube and call it a day. Obviously it's a bad business move. Then they bought him, and they brought him in specifically because they knew that he was bringing in either big names or controversial subject matters to talk and touch upon on his show. That's why they're giving him $100 million. Not to control him and tell him what he can and cannot do, and who he can and cannot talk to on his platform. I think it's okay to sit down with Alex Jones, because here it is, man. The only reason why Alex Jones is getting, or Joe Rogan's getting in trouble for talking to Alex Jones is because Alex Jones is Alex Jones. If it was Tom Cruise on Joe Rogan's show and he's sitting there saying, oh, I don't believe in the vaccinations and all that, and he's an anti-vaxxer, no one would bat an eye to it. It's just the fact that we have Alex Jones, who already is a new brand of crazy, and and he's full of conspiracy theories. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why they're making a big deal about this. If it was freaking Miley Cyrus going on there, sitting there going, I'm not doing that, and she's an anti-vaxxer, that would have been even more of a situation. Like, they wouldn't even talk about it. They'd be like, oh, she doesn't want to do the vaccines? Okay. Moving on. You know what I'm saying? It's only because it's Alex Jones, and that's kind of unfair. When he's had all kinds of other people on his show. And I mean, just a few weeks before that, they were going in on him for talking about transgender, the subject of transgender, and how they were like this went into town with him. They went in on him, basically saying, oh, he should be canceled. And it's like, wait a second. He's bringing up the topic to talk about it. That's it. It's like the whole leave Britney alone. It's like, leave Joe Rogan alone. Just leave him alone. Like, that's literally what it is. Just leave him alone. Just let him do what he's doing. He's been doing this for years and nothing's ever changed. And all of a sudden, because he secured them bags, now he's in trouble for that? Now all of a sudden everybody's like looking at him under a microscope? Bro, you weren't looking at a microscope before the 100 million. Why now? Let him do his damn thing. Damn. Just let him do his thing. I watched a good 30 minutes of the interview. Yeah, it's Alex Jones. Come on, who else? What else is new? You're gonna get Alex Jones. You're gonna see him spin off the planet with his crazy stuff, but you already know who you're getting because it's Alex Jones. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, let it be, baby. Let it be, let it be. You know what I mean? Just let it go, baby. Let him do his job. Let him secure the bags, make that money. So, you know what I mean? Making the monies, and just keep it moving, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish it after the show. Like, I'm planning on finishing it because I was watching it last night, and then we woke up, did the show. I'm planning on finishing it up today because I was like, he's a fascinating person to listen to. He's just fascinating. Whether you agree with it or not, it's just interesting to see and hear a different perspective. Whether it's freaking bat-ish crazy or if it's true. It's just very fascinating coming from Alex Jones. Especially with his voice when he talks like this, It's just very interesting. You already know this. You already know this. You know what I mean? It's very interesting. But what were you going to say, David?
I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Rogan's insulated from a lot of this, because the first time that Spotify employees spoke out against him was I think it was with regard to the Portland fires, or the fires near Portland, and apparently he never got any of the complaints. He never heard any of the complaints or negative comments until the upper ups just asked him to correct it if he's willing to, and it seems like he actually. All the arguments coming from Spotify about him aren't from the people that he reports to, and he's pretty much insulated from them. I mean, if they keep getting support, I guess they could affect him, but so far it seems like they're just screaming at their employers, and their employer doesn't care what they want because they made a deal with Joe Rogan.
Got to have that good contract.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? I don't think he did anything wrong. You already know what you're getting. Like, it's like, I'm sorry. It's just, you already know what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? If you order a pepperoni pizza and it shows up, don't act surprised that it's a pepperoni pizza. You see what I'm saying? It's like, pepperoni pizza? I ordered a pepperoni pizza. Does it make sense?
Let's call Tom and see what he thinks about it.
No kidding.
If you're listening, Tom, call in. We'd love to hear.
No kidding. No kidding. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. But anyway, guys, that is the show today. I really appreciate everybody for coming on. David, Jack, thank you guys so much for being on today. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Konnichiwa.
Enjoy the rest of the hump day.
Yeah, hump day. Hump day. So anyway, I will be on tonight. It might be a little bit later. I don't know yet. I have a meeting. I don't know if it's going to be, I'm still trying to figure out what time that's going to happen or if it's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, I will be on at 7 p.m. tonight, or I might be a little bit later. I might be on a little bit later. But anyway, for those of y'all who are having issues with the notifications and all that, please go to the page, to the Pascal Show page, click that, unclick that notification bell and click back on it again so that you get the notifications anytime I'm live or anytime I have a pop-up video go onto the page. I would really appreciate it because I know that's an issue. A lot of YouTubers are having some quote unquote shadow banning issues right now. And this page seems to be getting some of that as well, some of that problem as well. So please go and do that for me. I'd really appreciate it. For those of y'all who are watching and enjoyed the show, please go hit that like button underneath this feed right now as we speak. And of course, for those of y'all who are brand new to the show, crush that subscribe button. Like I said, we're working our way towards 10,000 subscribers and we're getting there. We're getting there, y'all. We're almost there, baby. We are almost there and I'm excited. But anyway, it's time to get going. All right. Y'all be blessed. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys tonight. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this. And if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else so we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Imagination, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range to you. So if you get hungry, come on by.